on the track.
Get my radio voice on. It's the quiet. This ain't the quiet storm, is it?
No,
oh, okay,
definitely
right.
not.
I can be a little hyper.
Oh yeah, you can be hyper. You can be all that.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dre Phantom on the beats right here on the instrumental in the background. I had producers sending their instrumental, so I was like, I'll shout you out.
Outstanding. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Cap, so for those who don't know, which I don't know how many people that may be, tell us about who you are, how you got started, and walk us up to where you at.
All right. Well, I actually started out as a drummer. I went from that to playing bass guitar. From there, I started doing independent promotions as far as radio, retail, clubs, street promotions. Working for Sony, Universal, Tommy Boy, Atlantic, Death Row, a bunch of labels in the Virginia, D.C., Baltimore area. From there, I got an opportunity to go to Rough House Columbia Records, where I did national radio promotions. So I promoted Crisscross, the Fugees, Cypress Hill.
Wow.
From there, I started managing songwriters and producers. Some credits include Beyonce, Michael Jackson, etc. I wrote a book on artist management called 10 Steps to Successfully Managing Recording Artists. I actually have a book completed now that I'm going to publish this year called My Music, My Business.
Wow.
From there, I got the opportunity to move here to Atlanta to open the Atlanta CSAC office. And I ran that office there for just under 7 years while I was a senior director of writer and publisher relations. Then I got the opportunity to go to work with Dr. Creflo Dollar and Pastor Taffy Dollar to run their label Arrow Records.
Okay.
And now I have my own opportunity at In Grooves, Fontana, and Universal called My Trail Records. So I have my own label.
Wow. Yeah. And that's a span of what?
That's about 20 years. Yeah, but that's my short elevator speech. But that's about 20 years. So a lot happened along the way. But that's pretty much the short, condensed version.
Wow. So from a drummer to your own label.
Yeah.
In 20 years.
Absolutely.
How's the journey been?
Man, it's been outstanding. I've learned a lot, and I think the biggest lesson I've learned now is the order of God, family, and work. Ooh. And I think I spent 20 years not really understanding that part.
Okay.
When I first got into business, I had 3 goals. One was to be able to afford to take my kids to Disneyland.
Okay.
One was to get a record company tour jacket because I saw my friend with one and I thought it was cool. And the other was to be able to call a label and someone on the other end would know my name. Well, I called my son. It was 2008. I went to speak at the GMWA, Gospel Music Workshop of America.
Okay.
And I called my son and I said, yo, let's go to Disneyland because it was in Florida. And he says, Dad, I'm 20. I don't want to go to Disneyland. So somewhere in my mind, 20 years went by, and I did not realize it because I was on this quest to win a Grammy, to win an American Music Award, a Dove Award, a Stellar Award. And 20 years went by. And so I did that. I got there. I did my presentation. I went back to my hotel room and I cried like a baby because I made it to Disneyland, but I made it by myself. And that was never to go. It's a little sad there, but the one thing that I've learned now is the order of God, family, and work, and getting it is not the problem. It's always maintaining it. So wife, mansion, Bentley, don't maintain it, divorce, foreclose, and repo. And so it's all about maintaining it. And so I think to your question about the journey, that's what I've learned the most is